Hello, this is School vs Programming here. I also have another channel that I've restarted just recently called Squillet Does Minecraft UK, and it's a reboot of that channel. But today it's all about programming languages. I'm going to tell you what programming languages are, how they're used, what tools are used in the world of programming apps and games and stuff, and whatnot. So yeah, so here we go. So as you can see, I'm recording using this amazing software. You really should try it. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's called XSplit Broadcaster, and it really is amazing. You can stream to YouTube, you can record locally, you can share your stream, lots of stuff. You can even add web pages to it. Everything basically. Okay, so now we've got that out of the way. Let's move on to something here. There we go. So this, I've got some web pages that I've opened up, so that we've got some resources to work with here. So yeah, a programming language is a special language programmers use to develop application scripts or other sets of instructions for computers to execute. When it means execute, it means to run the program. So when you start up Windows, for example, there's a program there that's been executed to bring up the start screen, the desktop. So these are some of the languages that are around at the moment. We've got most common ones are BASIC, C, C#, C++, F# is a new one, Java, JavaScript, HTML, Perl, PHP, Python, Ruby, Smalltalk's another one I've looked at before. It looks quite good. Visual Basic, XML. But there's also some new ones that you may not necessarily know. For example, Pascal, Dark Basic, COBOL, other assembly you may not know. MATLAB, SQL is quite a hard one again. Visual Fox Pro, one I haven't heard of actually myself, but it's there. Batsphere is, the .bat files that you get. That's what a Batsphere is. And you've got Fortran as well, which was used in business applications a long time ago. Okay, so here we are. So we'll cross that bit. Well, you don't want to write, for example, a web application in Visual Basic or Java. It's not very suitable. It's just not the right thing to do. So you want to make sure that you're using the right programming languages for the right with the right tools. So for game development, you got C, C Sharp, C++, Dark Basic, and Java. Things like internet web page development, you got HTML, Java, JavaScript, Perl, PHP, Python, and XML. For script development, you got all those ones. And that's pretty much it. So we'll go on to the next bit that I've got to show you. And hopefully it's loaded up now. I'm hoping. Come on. Don't disappoint me now. Okay, here we go. So, the most used programming tools for programming languages that you should use right now. Number one is Java. It's a very good programming language. Used to be developed by Sun Microsystems back in the 90s, but now it's operated by Oracle, and I think there were some talks about Apache or something doing it soon as well. I don't know if that was true or not, but yeah, it's also used for Android, the Android operating system for apps and games. Things like Minecraft, that was created in Java. There's also a few more that I've seen that are quite good. I've seen a few by a developer or by a company called Frostbite Studios. You might want to check them out. They're quite good with their games and that. Definitely good. Their apps are in the Play Store. Second language you should learn, C programming language, that's right. Yes, it's quite a basic one, I would say. It's used things like operating systems, implementing operating systems, and embedded applications. Then you got C++, it's object-oriented programming. You can use it for game development, software development. Then you can probably even create your own operating system in C++. It's quite simple. Powers major software like Firefox, Winamp, and also the Adobe software, the Adobe programs. C Sharp, I've used it before as well. It's a language developed by Microsoft, paradigm even, should I say. You can't, I shouldn't say the wrong word, it's confusing for you lot. So yeah, multi-paradigm language developed by Microsoft. You got basically combining C and C++. That's what C Sharp is. It's used for games, particularly Xbox games, I've noticed. Xbox 360, Xbox One, I believe they both use C Sharp. So the next one's Objective-C. Now this is used in, excuse me, this is used in Apple's operating system, OS X, and also iOS for Apple iPhone and iPad. It's the programming language that's used with Xcode, although that is soon to change, as you will find out later on. In fact, the programming language that's replacing it is Swift. It's a new one. For those of you who've never who aren't very used to new programming languages, it's probably a big step for you. But for those of you who are, it's fine. You should be able to get on with it quite easily and do stuff with it. PHP is for web development mainly. It's used by Facebook, WordPress and Dig. I believe it's also used by Twitter, and a lot of other social networks. The reason it's used in social networks is because it uses server-side scripting. This means that you've got dynamic websites that respond to servers. You've got servers that hold lots of data. Can you imagine if Facebook never used PHP? It would probably not be as successful as it is today. So, yeah, PHP is very important. And if something replaces it, I'm not sure how good a replacement it will be. Python. It's used to be used in quite a lot of programs. I know it's still used in Blender. And according to this, it's also used in Instagram, Pinterest, Ardio. It's also used by the framework to Django, and used by Google, Yahoo and NASA. Okay, Ruby. It's an object-oriented scripting language. It's used for developing websites mainly, but also mobile apps. Now, Ruby is also best used with a program called Rails. And there is another programming language that combines both. It's called Ruby on Rails. Used in Script, GitHub, Groupon and Shopify. And it's really quite user friendly. And from my view, it really is very user friendly as well. I have to agree with that statement. JavaScript. Although if you get some JavaScript wrong, it can be a pain. It's very useful for animating web functions, and again it's server-sided, but also it's a client-sided scripting language. It's also used in Google Chrome extensions, Apple Safari extensions for their browser, Adobe Acrobat and Reader, and also the Adobe Creative Suite. Right, so SQL, this is the last one we come across. SQL is used in databases. It's the most widely and commonly used program for databases. It's got a smaller version of SQL called MySQL. And also it's got another one, trying to think what it is. There's the MySQL, and then there's another one. But anyway, you shouldn't have to get confused with that, so I'll just leave it at that. But it's, SQL is using databases. It manages data in relational database management systems. And it's very, very good. It stands for Structured Query Language, and it is very widely used. So yes, right, go on to the next part of it. I think that was the next part of it, was it? Yes, it was. Okay, so I want to now show you something that I found I thought was really good. So I'm on the Visual Studio web page, the website for Visual Studio, where you can download it. As you can see, it says everything you need to create great apps free. Now what this is Microsoft recently decided that they would make an open source version of Visual Studio. But it's much better than the Express version. It's got exactly the same features, and I excuse my phone there. In fact, I will just turn the sound off there. There we go. Okay, so yes, it's got loads of features. Best probably developing tool suite ever created. I love the interface and everything of it. So we've got that, it's pretty good. And it's a free editor and debugger, free tooling for apps on any device, and you get access to thousands of free extensions. And it's completely free. Well, how's that for an amazing product? An amazing offer just for you guys. So we've also got here Microsoft Azure, and that basically, oh dear, yeah, that's it gives you 10 free websites, 10 free mobile services, seamless access even to additional services. Okay, so here we go. So go to C6, thank you. Okay, so we've got other tools using software development. Well, this is just a website I thought you might be interested in. It's got a lot of stuff here. I'm not going to go through it all. It says about the Visual Studio. We've also got main IDEs like Eclipse for Java. That's pretty much it there. So let's go on to scene 7. Okay, so for web development, these are must-have web development tools. So you've got things like building applications. So you've got things like Web Matrix. This is again a product by Microsoft. It's very good. Absolutely brilliant. You've then got Dreamweaver, and then you've got Brackets. Brackets is a new one created by Adobe. And then you've got cloud-based tools such as Cloud9. I've used Cloud9 a lot, and it's amazing. Then you've got the browser tools, the developer tools, things like the Chrome developer tools and Firefox developer tools. They're really good. Then we got foundations and frameworks such as Bootstrap. You got the, I think there's Foundation framework. It is actually called Foundation. There's a lot of others as well, and they all focus on responsive web design. Okay, so we've also got things like Proto.io for quickly creating prototypes, PhoneGap for mobile development, BrowserStack for web development testing, and also we've got free JavaScript libraries all over the web. These can include Modernizer and Chart.js. Okay, scene 8. So we've gone for web development first. Now we're going to talk about mobile development. So these are the top 10 cutting edge web development, mobile development tools. So we've got Diver. I believe that's for prototypes for your apps. Firebase is brilliant. With this means you've got a database for your applications. Intel XDK. This allows you to do things like monetization for your app, the ads in your apps and stuff like that. Then you've got, then you've got AppSend. It's cloud-based development. Icenium Mist is a browser-based tool. It's a build, test and ship HTML5 apps for iOS or Android. Pass, I've used them, it's really good. Good for server-side interaction. Tabris is good for BlackBerry, Apple and iOS. It's also good for Android. It is absolutely brilliant. Appcelerator Titanium, I really do like Appcelerator. They're really, really good. Again, they are amazing. You really should try out their software. Sensor Architect is a good one for things like Kindle Fire, BlackBerry, Microsoft Surface, or any other custom-sized screen. Corona SDK is good for Android, iOS, Kindle Fire and Nook. It's a physics engine as well, so you can create games like Angry Birds, or a new one I've just seen recently is Angry Cats. That seems quite good. Then you've got the Corona SDK. It's quite good. Oh, that is the Corona SDK. That's because I wasn't looking at this bit, but okay. So on to scene 9. Now, I was quite impressed when I found this site. It was really good, really quite good. And what this is, you can create your own projects, and this is all hosted by Microsoft. So you can put your own coding on here, and it will be safe. This is for open source software, and it's very, very good. Okay, number 10 is GitHub. GitHub is, I've used it so many times, and I'm really quite impressed with that. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. So yeah, well worth your time in that. So let's see 11. Now I'm going to tell you about a few things you can do to learn Visual Studio in particular and things like that. So this website I'm on now is called Channel 9, and it's channel9.msdn.com. Now this is really good. It's got some really good software tutorials, software development tutorials, all done via video. You've got Windows content. If I go to Windows content, you've got lots of stuff here. Yeah, pretty good. And last of all, I would like to show you, quite importantly, this website. This will teach you everything you need to know about programming with Visual Studio. So if you wanted, for example, trying to work my way around here now, because they have changed it since. They have changed where everything is and that. I'm hoping I can find the bit that I'm after. So for things like APIs and reference, I suppose. You've got samples. And you've got loads of code samples here. Yeah, basically everything. So you've got things like mobile, got technologies and that. Tells you how to create apps in the cloud, things like that. Windows App Studio is a new tool as well that you can use for Windows app development. You've got everything there. So anyway, if I go back to the camera, I would like to thank you for watching this video that I'm recording now, and also I would like you to do a really big thing, and that's, if you're a YouTuber or a live streamer, I suggest that you download XSplit Broadcaster or XSplit Gamecaster. Gamecaster, you need a capture card, so XSplit Broadcaster is the best way. That's the best one to go for because you don't need a capture card. Yes, you've got everything here, and I will also go back to this bit so you can see the sort of things here that we've got. So there is a lot here. You can scale it, you can change the projector, you can change the scene transition, and it really is good. I recommend it 100%. So if you want to be able to live stream and record like what I'm doing now, then go ahead, please do it. Be amazing, and not only subscribe to the channel, but also going by XSplit, I will have a link in the description where you can buy XSplit, and the more people who do it, the better it is for me as well, because I'm hoping, my aim is to be able to have maybe have XSplit sponsoring me to do videos on YouTube and generate revenue for them, but also to generate, basically what they will do, they will pay for the subscription, the license. They will pay for the license for you if you get enough revenue, if they get enough revenue from your videos. So yes, if you please do that, and thank you, and yeah, goodbye.